Yes, indeedy, it is Thursday night, and therefore it's got to be Spirit Quest. And as he turns up his microphone to a level that he can hear it in his headphones, he says, "Welcome, welcome to Spirit Quest." Firstly, thank you sincerely for all of the feedback that I'm getting for Reach Across on Monday nights. It's just getting more and more popular. Thank you very, very much. Don't forget to tell everybody that we are live. Come and join us. And already we have evening poll on Facebook user. Mm, yeah, I don't know. Go over to YouTube. So, good evening, Facebook user. Thank you very much for that wonderful message. But that's what I get to see. See, I don't see who you are. So please zip over to YouTube. In the search bar, type Paul Francis Medium. Boom, you'll come straight here. And then I can see who you are and say hi to you. So do please come back in again and come and join us on here. Tina Hawkins is joining in the house. She's just come walking in the door. I'm here. Good evening. How are you? Jojo Walsh is in the hi. Hi, Jojo. Good evening, Faye. Can you see me? Says Faye. Yes, I can see you. Welcome, Roger's Psychic Corner. I'm in the green room, brother. Roger's Psychic Corner. That's a new one, bud. Welcome to the show, all y'all. So whoever that is, whoever's that says apologies. Um, no need for apologies. No need. You can. The thing about it is, what I'm finding is everybody who comes in through Facebook, right? Basically, what happens is it's unstable and it just falls by the wayside. And about partial of the way into the show, and you're typing away, talking to us here in the chat room, boom, you just get stopped by Facebook for no reason whatsoever. Just get stopped. So therefore, I'm kind of shepherding everybody across to YouTube. Go over to YouTube, and of course, please, 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 don't forget subscribe. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Click the subscription button. Okay, click the little bell icon. So what happens is when you click that bell icon, any shows that comes up, anything new that I bring up onto YouTube, boom, you're told. Simple as that. More importantly, how'd you like to win some merchandise? Who wouldn't, right? Hats, t-shirts, books, one-to-ones, group sessions, coming out with me in paranormal investigation, loads. Okay, all you got to do to win all of that bounty, share the show and get people to subscribe. If you get people to subscribe, it tells us that you get selected out of a wee hat. Hello, you're a winner. That easy. Do it. Get on with it. Anyway, tonight's show is coming to you live from the United Public Radio Network, uprn.com, and it's coming to you on 105.3 to 107.7 FM from the beautiful city of New Orleans. To everybody in the United States, good afternoon and welcome to the show. If you're listening to me while you're driving, keep your eyes on the road and a pedal to the metal. And of course, I want to say a big hi to Joe and Michelle and Amelia for actually making this possible. Thank you so very, very much. And their show, of course, coming up a bit later on. Make sure you don't miss that. Okay, the Outer Realm. Tonight's show. What's tonight's show all about, Paul? Well, I'll tell you what it's all about. It's about superstitions, animals, superstitions, and hearsays, and old wives' tales, and all of that kind of stuff. We want to talk about that, how that's affected us spiritually, mentally, all throughout the ages. So I want to hear your old wives' tale. And later on in the show, I'll be bringing on my pals, Faye and Roger, and they'll be coming onto the show. And we're going to talk about it because Roger, I loved Roger's show. Did you hear Roger's show last week? And I entered into like combat with him, boom, 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 boom. And we were talking about, Roger's background is full of sayings and full of if you see this animal, it means this and that, which is fantastic because I love all that stuff. Do I believe in it? Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Now, I was brought up on a farm. My grandfather he was an amazing man, mathematician, and an amazing man. And I remember one time when we were leaning on a fence. Well, he was leaning on the fence. I was like looking at it through like this. And I remember his words. His words were, "Son, um, the land will talk to you. Just listen to her. Okay, and he would say, and he showed me different things about the moon and how the different sort of seasons affect everything, and how the cows, we cows obviously, and how the cows will tell you what's going on. He said the land will tell you everything you need to know. Just listen to her, and I never forgot that. So let me just say hi to everybody who's coming in the chat room tonight. If you're listening to me on FM radio tonight, why not, when you get home, onto YouTube, go into YouTube and up in the search bar, just type in Paul Francis Medium. That's Francis. Few people were trying to spell it with a CES, but that's the female version, male version CIS. So Paul Francis Medium, and that will take you straight to our show. Come and join. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel, though. So I did say hello to my lovely pal Tina, and I also hello to Jojo. Faye is in the house. Roger's in the house. He's in the psychic corner. He must have done something naughty. Get in that psychic corner, Roger. Lynn Fern's joined us. Vanessa Bowes has joined us. Welcome to you guys. Angela McKendrick, good evening. Lovely to see you. Mary Erickson, lovely to see you. Maria Spargafiore is in the house. And Trudy's here. Trudy, hello. Have you got that heating on? It's cold here in Cornwall tonight. I tell you that for nothing. Hello, says Faye. Because she's got a wee bit of, Faye's got some Scottish in her. She's going like this here and that. You know what I mean? Hey, all right there, pal. I'm in the house. Tell everybody I'm in the house. Tina Hawkins says hi, Roger and Faye. Lovely to see you. Mary Erickson says hi. Zoe's in the my lovely pal Zoe. Zoe is in the house. Zoe lives sort of a little bit further up north in Cornwall to me. Good evening, Zoe. Lovely to see you, my darling. Kathy Little. Hi, Paul. Hi, Roger and Faye. Hello, Kathy. Welcome to the show. Angie Barrison. Gosh, you're all coming in tonight. Angie, welcome to the show. Roger saying hi to everybody, and Lynn is saying share the show. Yes. Please share the show. Get the show out there. Share it on your Facebook pages, and welcome all your friends and family to come on in. Tonight's show, I've been looking forward to it. Most likely we'll have some debate, but that's what it is, debate, okay? It doesn't mean I'm right, doesn't mean the other person's right. It means we have our opinions on different things. I'll have an opinion, Roger will have an opinion, Faye will have an opinion, you will have an opinion, and that's what this is all about, okay? I want to hear your opinions. I want to hear your sayings and superstitions. I love it. Let's talk about it. That's what tonight's show is all about. Mrs. Doubtfire lives, says Maria. Hello. Oh my, no, I can't do Robin Williams' Scottish accent. Jackie Noon. I'm here. Hello, Jackie. Welcome to the show. Vanessa says, old wives' tales. I spit on magpies. You spit on magpies? Why? And say, how's your family? Have been for years. That's an intro. I'm going to bring it up on the screen. Boom! Look at that. I spit on magpies. How's your family? Oh, was all right till that happened. Thanks very much. I'm sorry, but the Irish are shake hands. Oh no! So that was all most likely cut out with COVID. Spit in your hand, shake. That's probably been cut out. Anyway, Vanessa says, "Old wives' tales. I spit on magpies and I say, how's your family?' And have been doing it for years. And that's I love stuff like this. I love stuff like this. So where did that come from? Where did that come from? Share, Vanessa. Tell us more. Get yourselves in here and share. Joy! Joy is in the house and she brings joy with her. Joy, good evening. Hello, you're looking good. Keep smiling with all your banter. Oh, you can be assured of that, Joy. And I'm telling you what, the weird thing about it is I'm only drinking water. So welcome to the show, my darling. It's lovely to see you. What have you been drinking? Water. That's all I've been drinking. Not actually spit on the magpies. My dad, I'll bring that up so I can read that, because if I bring it up on the screen, I can see it better because I'm getting old. It's my birthday tomorrow. Not actually spit on the magpies. My dad would hold his collar until he saw a four-legged animal. This is brilliant. Okay, this just brings me right back to my grandfather. Well, actually, not so much my granddad. He would. There was a few little sort of things he didn't like, but he wouldn't like. If a cat was walking on the street, he'd step back in the house again. He wouldn't allow black cats walking across you. No, none of that. But anyway, so Vanessa says, not spitting. My dad would hold his collar until he saw a four-legged animal after he saw magpies. Do you know what? That is fantastic. I mean, it's huge. For all of our dear friends and followers and fans in the United States, it's huge, especially in the sporting world, about so much superstition. You know, guys will put on their underpants backwards. They won't change their socks. They'll tap somebody, whatever. Loads and loads and loads of different things that will be. I want to hear them. Tell me more. Kathy Little's laughing her head off, just like me. That's what it's all about. My grandma always said, "Don't walk under ladders." Well, that is a very, very common one, Jojo, and that's one I actually happen to agree with. Weirdly enough, it was trying to fed to me as a child. Don't walk under a ladder, but when I was like, "But why?" And they went, "Because somebody could drop something on your head." Okay, that makes sense to me. Somebody up there working away, drop something, boom, on the bean, you're out cold. So I was told, don't walk under it. It can be bad luck. And I went, bad luck? What are you on about? It'd be bad luck if a bucket hit you on the head, wouldn't it? Gotcha. Fair enough. Sensible. Walk around. But it was bred into me so hard, okay, that I have even trouble walking under scaffolding now. I look at scaffolding and I look, is there it's safe to walk around? It's amazing, right? It's amazing. Superstition, okay? It probably happened to somebody one day. They walked under a ladder, they walked into a wall because they weren't paying attention, and they went, see, bad luck to walk under a ladder. What about a ladder with a black cat on it? The other big world of superstition is the seagoing world. My gosh, huge amount of superstitions that go along with the seagoing world. So if you were in the Navy, for an example, come and join us tonight and tell us about superstitions that you would have you'd have undergone. So I believe animals are messengers from spirits. Yes, certainly. Very often, most animals will be a messenger for a particular reason and a particular person. I'd agree with that, Mary. That's kind of not where we're going tonight, but I will be doing a show purely on spirit animals and messengers. But tonight's kind of more about the superstitions of things. But let's stick with that one. But I totally agree with you, nonetheless. Happy birthday, mate, Cesar Roger. Thank you very much. It is tomorrow. And yeah. Thank you very much. And I'll explain later why. Well, it's not one I've been looking forward to, but I'll tell you why shortly. Kathy Little says, if a black cat crosses your path, it's 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 bad luck. I see. I've heard both. I've heard that if a black cat, when I was growing up, my grandmother said if a black cat crosses your path, it's good luck. Okay, my grandfather wouldn't walk across the street if a black cat or a cat was on the street. He would turn his back to it or walk away from it. Don't know why. He just wouldn't. Um, Now, the black cat I've heard in both. You see, in the Wiccan world or the world of witches, the black cat is seen as lucky. Okay, so it's an amazing. It depends on your perspective where you're coming from. So, what is it to you? What have you heard about black cats? Are they lucky? Are they unlucky? What's it all about? So Roger has said, I heard it's money. There you go. Please hit the hit button, the like buttons. Make sure you like all of our shows, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you subscribe to the show and make sure you share the show because you will be winning some bounty. Get some bounty. Let's have a look at Tina. Tina Hawkins says, hey, there's a saying about pennies, pick them up. And if it's heads up, bad luck, tails up, I pick them up always. Now, that's interesting. So Tina is saying, let me just read it again. So just in case I've read it too fast. There's a saying about pennies, pick them up if it's heads up, bad luck if it's tails up. I pick them up always when it's tails up because I know it's my dad. But see, there you go. My saying about pennies on the street is, see a penny, pick it up all day long. You'll have good luck. Doesn't not about whether the heads or the tails up. So I'll say that again. See a penny, pick it up all day long. You'll have good luck. And of course, as my, shall we say, my own personal development progressed, I changed that little rhyme to see a penny, pick it up all day long, you'll have another penny. So there you go. Let's go back. So Roger's talking about the black cats meaning money. Um, Tina Hawkins believes that black cats are good luck. Yeah. Faye says, I love cats and used to own a black cat. You see what happened? You gave it a wee kiss one night, boom, turned into Roger. Exactly, says Tina. Kelly Durant says, hello, Paul and Roger. Kelly, welcome to the show. Lovely to see you. See a coin, pick it up, and all day long you'll have good luck is a saying from years and years and years back, says Lynn. I Facebook user says to me, so I just brought you up on the screen, Facebook user, because um that's what I see. So whoever you are, welcome. Zip across into YouTube. Come out of Facebook, go into YouTube. In the search bar, type my name, Paul Francis Medium, and it'll bring you straight back to the show here, and I'll be able to see you. Come on, do that for me. So, but you say, then give it to your friend, and your luck will never end. Oh, I like that addition. See a penny, pick it up. All day long, you'll have good luck. Then give it to your friend. Your luck will never end. I'm going to do that from now on. I'm going to carry a friend with me. So, welcome to the show, but please zip across and so I can see who you are, please. Zoe says, give that penny to a friend. Your luck will never end. There you go. Zoe saying it as well. Is that Zoe who's the Facebook user? Vanessa says, see a penny, leave it. Let's see a penny, leave it lay. Bad luck will follow you that day. Oh, now there's an addition to that. See, we're on just one superstition, yet it's expanding. This is what I wanted the show to be about. This is what I wanted it to be about. So we have see a penny, pick it up all day long, you'll have good luck. It's now extended in see a penny, pick it up all day long, you'll have a good luck. Give it to a friend, that luck will never end. And now Vanessa has thrown in her penny's worth. Do you see the link? Ding. See a penny, leave it lay. Bad luck will follow you that day. Oh, you see that? Now, I'm these. By the way, this is brilliant. This is what I wanted this show to be all about. However, I would also like to try and find out where those superstitions started, because if you think back to when we were talking about signs, okay, feathers and different coins. So if one of our family and friends left a coin in front of us and we didn't pick it up, aha, aha, aha. That's a penny, not a cat. Sue Vinicum's in the house. Hello, Sue. Good evening, Paul and everyone. And she actually speaks like that. Kathy Little is laughing her head off as usual. Blessings to everyone, says Tina Allen. Tina, welcome. Lovely to see you. I baked your cake and didn't have enough candles, Paul. So we also put a penny in the bride's shoe on wedding days. Oh, okay, that's amazing. So you'll basically send the poor bride down the aisle with a penny in her shoe, which is going to be uncomfortable. My daughter's getting married in a few months' time. Wonder should I give that a go? So Tina says, put a penny in the bride's shoe. Interesting. You're on my rough TV. You are on my rough TV. I'm on your rough TV. What's that, Mary? Right. You're on my Roku TV. Oh, there you go. I told you we were live on Roku. On the Roku, that's where you'll find you. Live on telly tonight. I'm in your face. Everybody on Roku, welcome to the show. Come and join us. Okay. If you can't talk to me on Roku, get onto your cell phone, get onto your tablets, get onto your laptop, get onto your computer, go into YouTube, type in the search bar Paul Francis Medium. Come and join us on the show. Why not? So we have another wonderful person from Facebook saying, hi, Paul. Hi, whoever you are. Lovely to see you. Thank you for being here. However, if you look at the screen, as you see, that's all I get to see. Unfortunately, I only get to see that. So please, please, please bounce out of Facebook, go into YouTube, search bar Paul Francis Medium. It'll take you straight back to this show, and I'll be able to see who you are. Plus, it's a lot more stable. So Kelly says, I heard if it's heads up, pick it up. It's from an angel. If it's head down, leave it down. It's the devil. I love it. That's a cracker. I heard it. If it's heads up, pick it up. It's an angel. If it's heads down, leave it down. It's the devil. There you go. I all from one saying so far. Just one. Okay. We've already used what just over a quarter of a show on one saying. Oh, this is brilliant. I'm gonna do more of this. Um and maybe let's have it right. What Roger says, maybe you don't remember the penny loafers. No, I was too young, Roger. Um, how apt and cross your fingers. How apt. Cross your fingers or cross my heart and hope to die. Yes, I remember that. Honestly, cross my heart and hope to die. Do you know what? I remember that from school. You know, obviously as school kids when you're trying to be honest. That one, cross my heart and hope to die. You lick your fingertip like that was going to make a difference. Cross my heart and hope to die. I don't really, but there we go. Um, Tina's saying that your feet's going to hurt always. Kathy Little says, break your mirror. And yes, indeedy, Kathy. Yes, that is a great old one. Break a mirror and you'll have 7 years of bad luck. And you know what? I can't get that one out of my head. I can't. That scares the life out of me, that one does. And I'm really, really, really super precious when I'm around mirrors, whether they are super expensive ones and beautiful and old and gold laid or a quid one from a pound shop. I'm still kind of like, oh my god. So Mary Erickson is telling everybody we're on Roku TV. Yes, we are. We are on Roku TV. Told you. Unfortunately, you know, you always know who I am. Yes, indeed, Trudy. Yes, I do. Donna Alexander's joined the house. Donna, good evening. She had to switch from Facebook. Good on you, girl. No, we want you to switch from Facebook. We want everybody to come across to YouTube. Now you've joined YouTube, subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to my channel and click the little bell icon so that you're acknowledged first and foremost, and then you're advised on when every time we release a new show or I put something new on to YouTube. Catherine McMillan, no, Latina, let's go. It's zooming so fast, but Donna Alexander, welcome to the show. Lovely to see you. Right, Tina says penny saved as yes, and again, a penny saved is a penny earned. Pick them up. Yes, that's why I kind of reestablished my little sort of saying, see a penny, pick it up. All day long, you have another penny. Think about it. It's perfect. Catherine Little says, what about you tossing? Yeah. Tossing the salt over the shoulder. Now, I was taught that, Catherine, it's over your left shoulder. I'm not too sure about what it is in Canada or what it is from your part of the world, but I was always taught that if you spill salt, you must pick a bit up. So it's when you spill salt, alrighty. You pick some of the salt that you've spilled and you toss it over your left shoulder, okay, and the person behind you gets it all over their face. But anyway, so and do you know what? When I was young, which is a long time ago, I was a chef. So you'd be working with salt all the time, and you would spill it, and you'd see lots of chefs going like that, and you knew they'd just spilled salt. So yes, indeedy, flicking salt over your shoulder. Yes, indeedy, that is an old. I don't know if it's an old wives' tale or not. I don't know where it come from. I'd love to find the origin of some of these amazing sayings. Excuse me. I agree about the mirrors, says Faye Ewing. Kelly says, step in a crack and break your mama's back. So, step on a crack and break your mama's back. I remember being taught as a kid, don't walk on the cracks on the sidewalk. It'll bring you bad luck. So, you see a lot of kids dancing around, and basically because we were scared out of our minds in case we stepped on a crack and had bad luck. So, step in a crack and break your mama's back. That's a new one, but it's amazing how these little rhymes sort of fit in. What did I watch the other day? I watched Pirates of the Caribbean, and you can hear every sort of every scene there was one of the guys going, "Oh, it's bad luck to do this. Oh, it's bad luck to do. It's bad luck to have a woman on board a ship, even a miniature one." So if you've been in the Navy, I want to hear from you. Okay, I want to hear your amazing superstitions. Everybody is coming in saying the bad luck about, and oh yes, Zoe's come up with another one. Yes, I was taught this one as well. Zoe says it's bad luck to put up umbrellas indoors. I was taught that as well. Do not put an umbrella up indoors. If you have to, what's the addition to that one? If you have to put the umbrella up indoors, turn it upside down so it catches all the good luck. Did you know that? So, of course, if you have to put an umbrella up for some reason inside, you turn it upside down so it catches the good luck. A bit like the horseshoe. Nobody's mentioned the horseshoe yet. The horseshoe facing down, the luck falls out. Horseshoe facing up, catches the luck. That's what it's about. Kathy Little says, I am so very cautious around mirrors. Me too. Me too. Roger says some mirrors are used as a portal. Roger, hold on to that thought because we're going to talk about that when I bring you onto the show. Um, uh, I was taught about scrying. I'm not a massive believer in the portal thing, but hey, like I said, just because I believe in one thing doesn't mean I'm right, wrong, or different. It's just my opinion. Don't step in cracks, you'll break your mother's back, says Mary. We've seen that. Throwing salt at the devil, says Vanessa. Okay. Oh my God. I just get the salt over my shoulder as far. Yeah, people are going to start doing this. And the magpies, I don't know what it is where you guys come from already, but the magpies here that I was brought up with means 1 for sorrow, 2 for joy, 3 for a girl, 4 for a boy, 5 for silver, 6 for gold, 7 for a secret, never to be told, 8's a date, 9's a wish, 10's a kiss you. No, I don't. 9 was 10 is a wish you just can't miss. I can't remember what 9 was, but there we go. So 1 for sorrow, 2 for joy, 3 for girl, 4 for a boy, 5 for silver, 6 for gold. I wasn't really bothered after that. So if you remember those, do tell me. If your nose itches, it means you're going to kiss a fool, says Tina. And that's funny. Tina says, if your nose itches, you're going to kiss a fool. Now, here's the funny thing about this, Tina. If you'll in all of my shows, it's happening here tonight, but in my shows, especially Spirit Quest, or if I'm on TV, if I'm on radio, if I'm on stage, you'll see me do that a lot. Because when my nose gets itchy, it means spirit is around me. Okay. Now, I was talking about my grandfather and my mom and dad, and they were my teachers in the superstitious world. So they're probably around me tonight, which I wholeheartedly welcome them. And of course, it's my birthday tomorrow, so they're likely going to be around me. So Catherine's going out and got a big bag of salt, and the whole bag has gone over her shoulder. So please go over to YouTube if you're watching me on Facebook. It's going to be a lot more stable, and you'll be able to talk to me all evening long. Trudy says, I've heard that if you give someone a purse, yes, you should put a silver coin in it. Now, the Irish version of that is you can't give anybody a wallet or a purse without putting money in it. It doesn't matter. I wasn't taught whether it be, whatever the money was, but it was money, irrespective whether it be coppers, silver, paper money, whatever the case may be. But it's an old saying that if you want to bring luck to the person, you give them if you give them a purse, if you give them a wallet, you must put money in it, and that helps them. Now it's a big thing for the Chinese as well. Of course, they give a little envelope full of money at Christmas to their New Year's Eve, their New Year's. They give a wallet with money in it for luck. It's amazing. Uh, right. Vanessa has come up with a cracker here. Spill salt, spill sorrow. It's interesting that. Now, it's weird because salt is, if you read my book, The Safe Way, it teaches you how to make a salt solution from kosher salt and how it protects against evil or against negativity. So spill salt, spill sorrow. It's amazing, all this here. If you drop a knife, step on it and to cast out the devil, says Jackie Noon. So if you drop a knife, step on it to cast out the devil. Now, I mentioned this the other night on the show that if we put down and two knives were crossed, you had to get somebody else to lift the knife up because it was bad luck. Amazing. Faye says, I remember jumping over the cracks on the sidewalk as a little girl so I wouldn't break my mother's back. There you go. Right, let's see what Jojo says here. Step on a brick and a spider will come to your wedding. Step on a brick and a spider will come to your wedding. That's a new one. Not heard that one. That's a yeah. Step on a brick, spider will come to your wedding. Catherine says, I gotta run. I got a session. Oh, Catherine, enjoy your session. We're going to be here for 2 hours. Come back, alrighty? But thank you for being here nonetheless. If your hand itches, says Tina, rub it on green and you'll get. Oh, there you go. If your hand itches, rub it on green and you will get money. Now, I have two concepts of that. Okay, give with the left, receive with the right. Give with the left, receive with the right, and you should always shake with the right for the good luck. Okay, that's amazing. So give with your left hand and receive with the right. There you go. Um, Roger says bad luck to wear a hat indoors. Right? Yeah, I've heard that. My grandfather would come in, he'd wear the hat, but he took the hat off, and he didn't say it was bad luck. He just said it was etiquette. My grandfather was very much. My grandfather was. He had a jacket for different jobs. You know, if he was going to work in the garden, there was a jacket for that. If he was going to walk around the fields and go and look at the cattle, or go and look at the fields for whatever they were going to do in the different fields, he would have a jacket for that. He had a jacket for going to town. He had a jacket for going to chapel on a Sunday. So he had a jacket for everything, and he had a hat to do exactly the same. Eva has joined us. Welcome, Eva. Lovely to see you. Welcome to the show. Sue says that salt thing was something to do with Judas from the Bible. Okay. He spilled salt on the Last Supper, I think. Oh, that's interesting. Now, do a quick Google on that one, Sue. Find out. That's interesting. It's interesting to find out where that particular saying has come from. Here we are, 25 to 10 in the UK. Which means it's 25 to 5 in where you are. You're listening to me tonight, of course, from the United Public Radio Network, coming to you from 105.3 to 107.7 FM from the beautiful city of New Orleans. Welcome to everybody watching and listening to the show tonight. Make sure that you like the show. Make sure you share the show and invite your friends and family to come and join us, please. Eileen Blackman has joined us. Eileen, welcome. Lovely to see you. 9's a kiss and 10 is a wish you just can't miss. Yes, indeedy. Trudy says, I think my house is haunted every time I look in the mirror and an old lady stands in. Okay, that's Trudy's humor. Every time she looks in the mirror, an old lady stands in the way. Gotcha. All righty, I got ya. Vanessa says, 8's a wish, 9's a kiss, 10 is a bird you must not miss. 10 is a bird you must. Is that the magpie bird, or is it what where bird does that come to? Interesting. But thank you, Vanessa, because I couldn't remember the 8, 9, and 10. Eileen says, hi to everybody. Hi, Ellen. Ellen, yes, there's no I in it, so it's Ellen. Ellen, welcome to the show. Put a silver coin in a newborn baby's hand. That is, yes, I've heard that as well. Vanessa says, give money if you give knives and scissors, or you can give knives and scissors. Interesting. Cross a baby's palm with silver, says Jackie. I've seen that happen a lot. It's still a very big thing in Ireland for even when I went home and I met up with one of my aunts gave my son some money. It's a tradition. Kathy says, my Irish family was rule of thumb to put money in a pocketbook or wallet, or yes, definitely. Drop a knife or glove, knock it on wood when you pick it up. Okay. Gypsy community, says Zoe. They don't like clowns. They believe it brings bad luck. I tell you what, most people these days have kind of gone down that route. I think it's probably for the rest of us, not the gypsy community. The gypsy community would have a reason for it, and I kind of agree with it, and not necessarily with the gypsy saying, but I think clowns are creepy. But it really is, Hollywood is really underridden the clown, because the clown was supposed to be joyous and happy, but they when they come out with these various clowns that were evil, uh, you know, superstitions are going to start coming out from there. But the gypsy community is another community which would be absolutely wrapped in superstitions, definitely. Let's see what Donna has to say. Donna says, my mother always said it's bad luck to walk under an open ladder. Yes, indeed. um as I was saying earlier, I've heard that one on many, many, many occasions, and it was drummed into me so much that I can't even walk under scaffolding now, without being feeling. Now, I teach you guys week in, week out, and I teach you what you give off as energy, you attract as energy. What you give off, you attract. So if you think about it, if I walk under that ladder, if I walk under that scaffolding, something bad's going to happen to me, and I'm attracting that to myself. But I still can't get past it. I still go out and around the ladder and out and around the scaffolding. Can't do it. Weird. Ellen says, "Yeah, umbrella inside, bad luck." Yes, indeed. We were talking about that as well. Um, Jackie says, did your dad bless the four corners of the field? My grandfather, yes, he would have. My grandfather was very religious. Well, actually, my grandparents, um, well, actually, my family in as a whole, very religious. But we had a bishop in the family. My uncle was a bishop. Okay, my granduncle, he was a bishop. So the houses were blessed. There was holy water everywhere. But the bishop would have been blessing the fields for a good harvest and different things like that. Yeah, definitely the superstitions would have been upheld in a big way. I remember, and I can't remember what time of the year it was. I've got a feeling it was probably All Souls Night. I could be wrong, but please correct me if I what I'm about to share with you is correct. Go, yeah, oh yeah, that's the old saying or the old thing. If I'm wrong and you know the date or when it's supposed to be, then tell me. But I remember my grandparents, or my grandmother specifically, my grandfather did it too, but they would cover the mirror. They would put like a scarf over the mirror on All Souls Night. I'm sure it was All Souls Night, could be wrong, but it was one of those specific nights, and they would put the scarf over the mirror. Tina Cantu says, hello, Paul. Hi, Tina. Welcome. Lovely to see you. And whoever is saying to me, hi, from Michigan, all the way from the United States, welcome, Michigan, to the show. But I can't see who you are. If you can see, look, I can't see who you are. I'm so sorry. But if you take yourself onto YouTube and you type in my name at the top in the search bar, Paul Francis Medium, it will take you straight back to the show. And guess what? I'll be able to see who you are. But because you haven't allowed StreamYard to use your profile, you're going to end up as Facebook user. So take yourself up to YouTube, zip across, you'll come straight into YouTube, open YouTube up in the little search bar, Paul Francis Medium. Boom, you'll be back at this show again, but I'll be able to see who you are. And more importantly, the show is far more stable on YouTube than it is on Facebook. Right. Maria, rolling on the floor laughing. I love that, the way she says that all the time. I hate that Spirit sees my house in mirrors. She's I hate that Spirit. She's in my house. Yeah, looking in the mirror and seeing old people. It is kind of, as you get older and you're looking at that face, and it's like, it's harder for people, I think, for people who've been in the media a long time. Um, it's like, for example, I'm not too sure about the rest of you guys, but say myself and Roger, we've been on stage for many, 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 many years. So we see ourselves on stage as young, when we see pictures of ourselves or videos of ourselves as young men, and you look in the mirror now and you go, what the heck happened? So it's kind of tough. Let's go on down. Right. So Maria says the silver spoon and cup. I don't know what that means. Please tell me more. Please tell me more. Joy Massard says, Joy, she says, we were taught if your right hand itches, rub it on wood. It's sure to rub your knee. I'll read that again. We were taught if your right hand itches, rub it on wood. Sure to be good, rub it on your knee. Sure to come to thee. Rub it on your, and it will come to pass. I'll read that again. I caught it. I caught it. Right. I can say it the Irish way, which will not be crude. Okay, so I'll do it this way. We were taught so if your right hand itches, rub it on wood. It's sure to be good. Rub it on your knee. It's sure to come to thee. Rub it on your arse, and it's sure to pass. Pass. There you go. I like that. Love it. Christine Marie says, blessings to everybody. Christine, and the same to you. Welcome to the show. Thank you for very much for being here. Christine, you're watching us from Facebook. Thank you very much for doing that. But I'm also shepherding everybody across to YouTube. Reasons being that is, Christine, we're finding that YouTube is a lot more stable than Facebook. For some reason, people who were chatting with us on the show and Facebook, after so many minutes, Facebook cut them off. So zip across to YouTube, go in the search bar, type my name, Paul Francis Medium, in the search bar. It will bring you straight back to the show here, and then subscribe to the show on YouTube and hit the little bell icon, and it will tell you every time the show comes out. But thank you for being here. Tonight's show is all about superstitions and sayings, and we want to hear about your superstitions and sayings. Very, very shortly, don't be going anywhere. Very shortly, I'm going to be joined with my dear friend and brother of spirit, Roger, and his beautiful wife Faye, and we're going to be talking about, because Roger and I were sparring on Saturday, where his pretty much every animal was bringing death to Roger, but yeah, and he's going. I can hear him going, and Faye's going, well, I told you, you seem to be every animal. Oh, that's a sign of death. But we're going to have a bit of a giggle about that shortly. So stick around, make sure that you're here for the entire show, because Roger and Faye will be on the show very, very shortly. Faye, speaking of the very lady herself, says, never like clowns. They frighten me. I think they're creepy to you. I 100% agree with you. 100%. Talking about clowns, I worked with a load at the Blackpool Tower Circus. Oh, says Lynn. Oh, my goodness. My dad used to always say that it was bad luck to cut your toenails at night. Now, that's something I can believe, because my it wasn't just your toenails. My grandmother always taught me, number one, never kill a spider, because it was the spider that saved Jesus. When the soldiers were looking for Jesus, the spider spun a web over the door, and as the soldiers come up and they went, well, nobody's been in this door for a while, and they just went past it. So that's why you should never kill a spider. That's what my grandmother taught me. But my grandmother always taught me, never cut your nails on a Sunday, and I've never been able to, and I don't. So Maria says that, I mean, I'm thinking about this because Maria's Italian. Hello, we're leaning over in the same direction. So Maria says her dad used to say, never cut your toenails at night, but my grandparents taught me, never cut your nails on a Sunday. Amazing. So he says, if it's money in your right palm itches, so if your right palm's itchy, there's money coming to you. I like that. I like that. I'm now willing my right palm to be itchy. Desiree Bridges says, hello, trying for mom and dad. I'm not too sure what you're asking there, but lovely, welcome to the show. Tina says, elephant statues or knick-knack trunks brings bad luck pointed towards the door. All right, so elephant statues or knickknacks and trunks up, good luck pointed towards the door. That's a new one. I never knew that. There we go. So Sue has come back to us, and Sue has said, so the night Judas Iscariot betrayed Jesus, he spilled salt in front of him at the Last Supper. So it was then consecrated or considered it to be bad luck. Well, there you go. I never, ever knew that. There you go. So the bad luck concept all came because Judas spilled salt in front of Jesus on the Last Supper. There you go. I never knew that. There we are. It's the concept that we were talking the other day. Friday the 13th considered unlucky because it was the night that the Pope decreed that all the Knights Templar were to be killed, and that's where Friday the 13th bad luck came. Now, if you talk to Johanna, she will tell you rubbish. I don't believe that for a second. Yet, I want to bring you to one of the most scientific and factually based companies on the planet. Who might that be? So I'll give you 1 second to think about it. One of the most scientific, mathematically based, factual based companies on this planet. Who do you think that is? NASA. Yet NASA will not have the number 13 on anything, including a door. And when they put it on the number 13 on Apollo, look what happened. So they will not have the number 13 on anything now. Okay. Yet, there you go. It's amazing. Maria says it's Lisa Cantos from Michigan. Gotcha. Some Lisa. If you're watching, you're watching me obviously through Facebook. If you're watching me, you can actually watch us through Roku now. Actually, I meant to ask, what is the address on Roku that you're watching me? So if you're watching me on Roku TVD, what is the address or what is the channel name? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. So you can tell me. So it's in the painting of the Last Supper by Da Vinci. There you go. I'm going to look for that now. I will actually go look at it. Lisa's is from Michigan. Michigan's in the house. This house is clear. Michigan, welcome. And it's our darling Lisa and Kato. Welcome, Lisa. Lovely to see you. Don't throw the baby in the mirror until it's cut first. Don't show. It'd be a good idea if I could read, wouldn't it? Jackie Noon says, don't show the baby in the mirror till it's cut its first tooth. Oh, crikey. I'm absolutely loving this. This is just absolutely, I can't believe we're nearly an hour in already. So Roger and Faye, get yourselves ready. I'll be inviting you to come on the show shortly. So Christine is going to come join us on YouTube. Thank you very, very much. Mary Erickson says, is that why some people cover mirrors when someone dies? Yes. Yes, it could well be that. I noticed that's a big thing when someone passes away in a home, they cover the mirrors up. I don't know why they do that, but yes, I've seen that a lot. So Maria says, if your right hand itches, it means money's coming your way. If your left hand itches, it means trouble. Maria, I'm taking it your left hand is never anything else other than itchy, because you're nothing but trouble. Big breath. Horses, if horses had white socks, I'm going to bring this up on the screen. So Vanessa says, horses, if horses had white socks on their legs, 1 white sock to give your wife, 2 white socks to give him your man, 3 white socks to ride him for life, 4 white socks, sell him if you can. Now, clearly, we got equestrian-based people watching the show tonight. So once again, for all you equestrian superstitious people, horses, if your horses had white socks on their legs, 1 white sock, give it to your wife, 2 white socks, give them to your man, 3 white socks, ride him for life, 4 white socks, sell him if you can. Trudy, come back, please. I want to hear your comeback on that. Maria's laughing her head off. Lovely to see. Lynn says, ears, if your ears burn, that's an old saying, go, your ears burning, Willie. Ears burning, left for love, right for spite. So then you're supposed to wet your fingers, rub your right earlobe, make them wet themselves. Oh, rub their right earlobe. So right for spite, and the person who's spiting you, you rub their right earlobe, makes them wet themselves. Interesting. Vanessa says, if your foot itches, you're going to walk on strange ground. Do you know that? That's actually one of my symbols. Symbolisms. When I'm doing a reading, I get an itchy foot. You'll hear me saying, I'm getting an itchy foot. Means that you're going to walk on strange ground. So the Dream Lady Christine is in the house. Dream Lady, I like that. Dream Lady Christine, welcome and thank you very much for coming across. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button and hit the little bell icon so that every time we release a new show or I release various bits and pieces, because I'll be releasing lots of little teaching elements as well, you'll get to be told about that. And every time we release a new show, like tonight here, Spirit Quest, or Reach Across Live on Monday nights, you'll be advised, hey, Paul's going to be doing a show shortly. Get yourself ready. I need some water because I'm getting a bit dry. Right, here's we go. Here we go. This is Maria. She says, they say if you dream of teeth, you're going to hear of death. This is the first one. Now you're just getting ready for Roger, right? If you dream of teeth, I thought it was if you dream of teeth falling out, you're going to hear of death. But there we go. Mine doesn't rhyme, says Lisa. But my aunt would say, never set your purse on the floor because you'll lose money. Do you know why, Lisa? If you set your purse on the floor, somebody will whip it, and that's where you're going to lose your money. But that's funny. Never set your purse on the floor because you're going to lose money. That's interesting. Um, Tina's going, trying to figure out how you get my picture so you can see me. Not too sure, my darling, to be absolutely honest with you, but ask any of the rest of the guys in here. If a bird comes in, this is a sign of death. Now Roger's writing these all down. He's going, yeah, this is all for me this year. A bird comes in as a sign of death. Okay. God forbid ever tried to cut them on a Sunday night. Yeah, that's we're talking about the Jews. Mary says when I was in school, it was Catholic. The nuns tried to change the students from left-handed to right-handed, believing that was a sign of the devil. They did this to my brother. That is very true. I've heard that often and so many times, and I've heard that a lot of nuns could have been quite cruel. I mean, whacking kids on the back of their knuckles every time they lifted the left hand up to right. It's amazing how so much superstition, idiosyncrasies actually ruled us. I mean, really properly ruled us. Roger's saying left palm money, right palm far away. You're going to hear from somebody from far away. Trudy says a feng shui thing is that it's unlucky if your stairs are opposite your front door. Interesting. And I'm really, and the reason why I'm in deep thought is I'm going back to looking into the various Japanese houses that I've seen and the Chinese houses, and they don't have stairs; they're all flat. So it's interesting that's interesting. Because a lot of Irish houses, the stairs are opposite the front. Well, actually, a great many houses, the stairs are opposite the front door. I don't. So it's interesting. Interesting. I like that one. Um, Kathy Little says, I forget which one it is drop a spoon or a fork, you'll have a visitor. We'd have to cover the mirrors in a thunderstorm, says Vanessa. Roger says, Kathy Little, a fork and a spoon, a female will call. Okay, let's go on. Mary says, I was on YouTube on my tablet and I put it on the TV to listen to tunes, my tablet, blah, blah, blah. I want to watch my TV. I was on YouTube on my tablet and put on the TV to listen to YouTunes on YouTube on my tablet, and then all right, okay. Trudy, we're talking about again. Because Trudy's come back from the feng shui thing, and she said one white foot, buy him 2 white feet, try him 3 white feet, look look well about him for 4 white feet, go without him. All right, so 1 white foot, buy him. 2 white feet, try him. 3 white feet, look well about him. 4 white feet, go with it. Why? It's a, the horse can't really, he has no idea that his fur, his hair, or whatever it is, horsehair, is going to come out white. That's his DNA. Not his fault or her fault, as the case may be. That's interesting, but why? Why? Roger says, ears burning. Someone is talking about you. Left ear ringing too. Someone's close by. Right ear ringing out of time. Roger, Make sure your ears are burning because you're going to be coming on the show shortly. Everybody is talking about the ears thing now. So Vanessa says, if your ear is itching, shake hands, or argue with a fool. Interesting. There's a lot of that I have never heard of here. Roger says, teeth falling out, death. Roger, you live for this. Death. Everything is Roger's death. So teeth falling out is death. But I have to be honest with you. I have heard that if you dream of teeth falling out, it's something to do with death. I could be right, wrong, or indifferent. I don't know. Kathy said it was done to me. My left hand, nun, left arm. Okay, the nuns. Yeah, he's whacking the back of the hand. Entering the stage from the right, stage left. Entering stage right, exit stage left. When I've gone on a zillion stages, and I was never. I came on from all sides. Enter enter stage right. Oh, right. Okay. Well, see, there you go. Ha. Here. Right. Okay. Listen to this, guys. Listen to this. Here's how I challenge that saying. Now, monstrous superstitions in the theater. Oh, beyond like the Macbeth thing and all that malarkey. So Lynn has said, enter from stage right, exit stage left. Right. From whose perspective? If you're looking at the audience, stage left is one side, stage right is another. If you're on the stage left is the opposite. Aha. Aha. There you go. If a broom falls, an unexpected visitor is coming. Yes, your wife's come home. Time, Roger. Always sleep with your feet to the window. I prefer mine in a bed. If your stairs come down to the doorway, it allows good luck to leave your house. Interesting. Kelly says, how long have you and Roger known each other and how did you meet? Well, Roger and I, actually, probably Faye's able to tell that because me and Roger are dumb as posts. And Faye will be able to say, oh, you met on this. Here's how you met. And here's how we were introduced, I think, via different mediums or different people who said, listen, you want to watch this guy's show? And we watched each other's show. And we instantaneously became friends. We completely and utterly understand each other. Um, he's one of the few people I say go and see, because it's honesty with Roger. That's what it is. It's honesty. We are we're two different styles of mediums, completely, literally chalk and cheese or black and white, whatever you want to call. I'm different type of medium altogether. Roger has a lot more sort of sayings involved with his. It's different. We're just different, and kind of complement each other because I have a lot more zen behind mine, and Roger has more um, caricature. Is more. It's got more character in it. His is very. I think. I think Roger's mediumship is felt more than mine, because I have more direct like that, and Roger's very much more comforting and warm and gives you cuddles, and I'm sort of like like that. And the way I see mediumship is, they've got here, I'm here. We don't have a lot of time. Let's get this done, and it's kind of like that. I guess I don't know, but it's good. It's a good compliment. Mary Erickson is saying it's a great show. I'm learning so much. Thank you, everyone. Mary, thank you for saying that. I believe stage left, stage right is from the performer's perspective, not the audience perspective, says Faye. Um, Lynn is saying the entertainer's perspective. Sue is going, also, the saying before you go on stage, why did they say break a leg? I have no idea. I have no idea why they say break a leg. It's amazing. Roger and I have known each other for 4 years. He's just reminding me of that. If you trip going up the stairs, you're going to hear of a wedding. Oh, God. Oh, I love these. Oh, I do. I love these. Uh, Roger says, and he's taller. Mm. It just means you go further to fall. White feet on horses is supposed to be softer, so a horse with four white feet is more likely to have issues. Right. Okay. I'm not challenging you, equestrian professionals. Since I've known Trudy, Trudy's always had horses, so I'm not going to challenge that in any way, shape, or form. My grandfather used to say things about cows, but I could never understand what the heck he was talking about. He'd say, "Oh, that cow is going to do this. Is going to that's going to happen." Next thing, the cow be gone. You know. Never say good luck going on stage. Say break a leg. Yes, I've had that saying to me a lot, but I could never understand why. It's got to be something to do with old theater and that kind of thing. My grandma would say, says Eva, if your ear is itching to bite your tongue and pull your ear so the person who's talking about you will stop. There you go. That's a cool one. So my grandmother would say, if your ear's itching, to bite your tongue, and pull your ear, so that the person who's talking about you will stop. I like that. If that happens to me again, I'm going to try that. Trudy says, I'm not saying it's true. Okay. Well, it seems to be a lot of people who know about horses saying it, so it's got to come from somewhere. Right. Okay, so we've come down to the end of those. What I'm going to do is we're going to do in momentarily in the second half of the show, which we're already in. I'm going to invite. I'm just getting the information together. There we go. I'm going to invite Roger and Faye onto the show momentarily, and then we're going to start talking about the omens and the superstitions around animals. For an example, what I'm looking at here are bats, cats, dogs, goats, hares, hedgehogs, horses, mice, sheep, rats, pigs, and squirrels. Now, I want to just quickly pull on the horses one because a lot of people in the audience, especially my dear friend Trude, equestrianism. So the horses, sort of basically the concept or the hearsay or the superstitions. Horses, a piebald is a good omen. Okay. However, if you see its tail first, then bad luck will befall a friend. This omen is probably started because someone stood behind a horse and got kicked. That's very true. So I'll say a piebald is a good omen. However, if you see it tail first, then good luck will befall a friend. Or sorry, if you see it tail first, bad luck will befall a friend. This omen was probably started because someone stood behind a horse and got kicked. I love that. That makes sense to me. So we're going to bring Roger and Faye on momentarily. Faye is probably going to be the referee because Roger's going to talk about everything, including dust means death, and I'm going to countermand that with respect. All right. So let me just quickly. I'm going to keep talking to you guys, and I'm going to invite my dear pals Roger and Faye. As soon as I can find them, of course. There is Faye. And I'll send it to Faye. Then Faye can send it on to Roger. So Faye, there you have now been sent the invitation to come on the show. So you please do that and pass it on to Roger if you guys are using separate machines. But no doubt Faye's going to have to actually sort Roger out because Roger is like me and we get a wee bit tongue tied when it comes to technology. Please, please, please be so kind to share the show with your friends and family, especially in your groups. Don't forget to join me on Monday nights. So tonight's show obviously is the 23rd, and then I'm back on Monday the 27th, and then the 2nd of March. So I can't believe February's rocketed past already. I'm not available this weekend, so please don't contact me this weekend and ask me for reads because I'm not available. It's my birthday tomorrow, and I'm having the weekend with my family. So I'm coming to you live, of course, from UPRN. That's which the United Public Radio Network, and that's coming to you live on 105.3 to 107.7 FM, and coming to you live from the beautiful city of New Orleans. Good afternoon to all of my friends and family in the United States. It's absolutely fantastic to have you here. You can now join us live on Roku TV as well. If you are watching me on Roku TV, please stick a note in the comments and tell everybody where the channel is, because I personally don't know. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know. I would say a big, huge thank you to Joe, Michelle, and Amelia. Don't forget, uh, Michelle and Amelia's show will be following this one tonight, so look out for their shows. And of course, you will be able to watch my dear friends Roger and Faye on this coming Saturday, which is This Mug's for You, which will be 10:30 a.m. in the United States, but for us in the UK, it's 4:30 in the afternoon. Everybody's wishing me a happy birthday early for tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that very much. Um, Trudy says another superstition insists that if a horse were to have four white feet and a white nose, one should knock him on the head and feed him to the crows. Oh, poor horse. Do you imagine when you're a horse and you're born and you look down and you go, "Oh God, my two front feet are white. Please, oh please, God, please. Oh, three. Oh my God, please, please, please. Oh, thank God. I thought I was going to be born with four white feet." Anyway, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday from everybody. Thank you so very, very, very much. I appreciate that very much. Um, yeah, another birthday. Now, I did say I would share why I'm a bit conscientious about this birthday. I turn 59 tomorrow, and this is the year in age that I lost my mom. My mom passed at 59. So I've been very kind of dreading this year all the way through my 40s, my late 40s, because mom's gone a wee while now. So I was told off by a dear friend of mine who's a brilliant medium that don't shut up, you idiot. That was your mother's journey, not yours. But so this year, although I'm 59, I'm it's the year I've been dreading, and it's because my mom got to 59 years old, and it's bringing that back. It's kind of bringing that back, which is so it's a little bit hard. So Roger, I think Roger's coming into the studio. I can see a blank. There he is. Hey, he's ducking and diving. He's giving it out, giving it all that. Come on, son. Come on, give me some of that. Oh, Faye's in the house. So I'm just wondering, shall I just let Faye come on the screen and not bother with Roger? She's far better looking than he is. So anyway, now everybody's again wishing me happy birthday. You share my birthday with my brother. I hope you have a great day full of fun and laughter. Thank you very much. So there's Roger. Hey, what have you done with Faye? What have you done with Faye, Roger? Where is she? Where is she?
What did
I
I
want
do?
Faye back.
She's there. Am
Well,
I
she's
there?
gone. She was on screen a minute ago. So now she's gone. What have you done with her?
Where am I go?
Everybody's saying hi. Look at
There it
the
goes.
kid. Roger, can you see the chat room on your screen?
Oh, what happened?
Private chat.
Yeah, because everybody's saying hi to you.
It says private chat.
Yep, everybody's saying hello. Sue is saying there are superstitions in Devon for. Let's get it. There she is. There she is. My darling Faye. Hello, my darling. Lovely to see you.
Lovely to see you too.
Ah, there she go. At least, and see, Roger's like he's half an hour behind us. I don't think it's anything to do with technology. I just think he's half an hour behind us. So welcome anyway.
I got a delay.
You got a delay. I'll let you sort that out while I read out Sue Vinicombe's. There are superstitions in Devon for beekeepers that if they can't sell a swarm without the bees being informed and tapping on the hive, whispering the news, from the house to the hive. Well, there we go. Everybody saying hi to you, Roger and Faye. Welcome to the show.
What
Welcome
am
to the
I going to
show.
do about that delay?
And he's again. See, he's way behind us.
We
Faye,
have
can you?
a we have a
What have you got?
we
You
have
guys,
a delay.
you got a delay again. You got this.
So
This is what we had the last time. You had a delay, but you can hear me immediately, Faye, can't you? She's shaking her head to say yes. So, while you guys have a wee look at that, Kirsty Cook has joined us. Hey, I'm a newbie, and she sent me a little heart. Kirsty Cook, welcome to the show. It's very, thank you very, very much for taking your time to come and watch us. I'm joined tonight with my dear friends Roger and Faye, and we're going to talk about Roger's. Well, Roger comes from he's sort of Spanish background has got lots of amazing sayings about different animals and they mean this and that and the other. So we're going to talk about superstitions and things of that nature that have links in along with that. Now, I'm going to share with you while Roger and Faye sort those out. I'm going to share a couple with you. So, number one, black beetles. Now, I've actually seen this. It looks like they've got a little skull
There.
on their bum.
There?
Yeah.
It's often called the death watch beetle. Oh, an old superstition says the black beetle crawling across your shoe or tapping on the side of your wall is a sign of death to come. Roger's going to love that one.
No, I never heard that one.
Haven't you? So the
No.
black watch beetle, I've seen it. If you actually see its bum, it actually looks like a skull. So it's called the death watch beetle. Old superstition says the black beetle crawling across your shoe or tapping on the wall is a sign of death to come. And he hasn't heard that one. Oh my goodness.
Well, we
Oh
have
my
2 feet of
goodness.
snow right now, so I doubt that I'll see a beetle.
Oh, they'll all be frozen. People all around the world are starting to eat beetles and starting to
Yeah.
eat locusts because they're
Ooh.
apparently a huge source of proteins.
And after that, they hop around.
Hey, buddy, it's brilliant to see you. Welcome to the show.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Hey, it's an absolute joy having you both on the show.
I can't believe we technology we got in here. I can't
You're
believe
in.
it. I
You're in.
know.
So, what happened that you were able to fix the delay? What was it?
Well,
We
there's
had
still a small one on hers because I think the mics are too loud or something.
well,
That
we
can
have to
happen.
deal with that, but we had too many things going on in the background.
Well,
So
what we had to do, Paul, is turn the monitors down a little, but I don't know how.
I think we just had to
It'll
deal.
be in your settings, but don't worry, it's working all
Right.
well now. So, Roger, we had a ball on your show last Saturday.
Yeah.
And I love it, and I loved when Faye said, "Roger, it seems everything means death to you."
Well, no, because I grew up differently by all of these
Exactly,
tales or
exactly.
whatever they are. My great grandmother told me a lot of them.
Yeah, and I got a lot of them from my grandmother as well. And I'm not knocking you. I just thought it was funny. I was sitting in my car. You gotta try and get a visual in your mind's eye, right? I'm sitting in the city of Cornwall, which is Truro, and I'm sitting in my car by myself and laughing out loud. People walking past, looking at me, going, "The hell is he finding funny?" And I was just howling because we were having such a ball about because every animal, oh, that's a sign of death. Oh, that brings a
No, it
sign of
was.
death.
It
Oh, that's a
wasn't.
sign of
Well,
death.
there's three meanings to the owl,
The
which
owl,
is
yes.
crazy because how do you know which message that is?
Exactly. Well, I
Ask
mean,
him.
you
Ask
think
'em.
about this is like the owl is always synonymous with wisdom. That's the high and the low of it. So from all cultures of the world, the owl represents wisdom. So it was just when you came in, the spying one that made me laugh because obviously it's the eyes and it can see in the dark. And I was thinking, actually, I can see that. I can see that where that might have sort of come from. But I just love it. And the crows. You see, from the
That is a
Wiccan.
natural.
Well, you see, in the pagan world and the Wiccan world, it's the total opposite. The total and absolute opposite. The pagan and the Wiccan world see it as the messenger and nothing else, and luck.
Wow.
Because crows mate for life, they're seen as loving. So me personally, I've always seen them about, they've always been fed to me from the Catholicism point. They're all dark and black, and they shouldn't be around the churches and all that malarkey. So it's always seen as dark. And of course, when you have farmers, they don't like them, hence the
Right.
name scarecrows. So
Right.
farmers look at them from a negative point of view, not because they bring bad luck, because they eat the damn crops.
Right.
That's the
Yeah.
reason. But
Hence they made the scarecrow to scare crows.
crows, exactly, and that's where that all comes from. So I love all these wonderful sayings. Now let me share a couple with you. I've got 13 animal superstitions. Rabbits. Now they say a rabbit's foot will bring good luck, and
Not to the
I
rabbit.
that's what I was about to say. You read my mind. I said, well, but what about the rabbit it came from? You know. So we
Poor
say
rabbit.
rabbit's foot will bring good luck. So some cultures believe that rabbits bring bad luck, and thought to be witches in disguise. And there are still some people who will not own rabbits due to this belief. So they're said to be witches in disguise. Now, I love these sayings. Where did that come from? How did that gain momentum to be still? The Vanessa's just said, please don't mention birds. Uh, Dawn
Why?
Hatton is saying, answer your pants, will make your belly button
Yeah.
dance.
Well, now, okay, on that one, Paul, on that particular one, I know you
Right.
don't have them over there across the pond.
What's that?
They have red fire ants.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
And if you get fire ants in your pants, trust me, you will dance.
Oh, oh, we have ants. We have lots and lots of ants here. We just don't have the size of the ants that you guys have,
The ones that
or the
bite.
vicious. They'll bite you here, or you'll get stung. You get stung with ants here, and they'll hurt.
Yeah.
Well,
But
you know
not
what they
to.
say? If you have ants like that, don't invite them over.
Oh, no. We you
Ants.
know you literally you could
Uncles and
be
aunts.
over
Hello.
here in the UK. I don't know about in the United States, but over here in the UK, you could be literally going about your daily business, and one morning you'll open your front door, and your front pathway is covered in ants.
Huh.
They just seem to just appear. You just
Wow.
yeah, it's weird. So let's keep going. So Faye,
Yes.
let's have a look at. I mean, Roger, everything brings death, according to Roger. But
Yeah.
what about you? What about you, Roger? You knew we were going to take.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
It's okay to
yeah.
pick on him. It's okay.
So Faye, come on, tell me what were your superstition. I love the way you back Roger up. That's fine, and I've
Yeah.
no, I am you, and you're an amazing person, and you're backing him up because he's your husband. You love him dearly. I love him dearly too.
I know.
But so, what about your superstitions? Let's have one or two of yours.
Well, I wish I could just tell you I didn't have a lot except while we were talking earlier about if you step on a crack, you break your mommy's back. That
See, I
was
never heard that until tonight.
oh, I was really worried about doing that as a little girl. But
Any of the Scottish ones seep in? Any of the old Scottish sayings and
well,
stuff?
I'm kind of Norwegian mostly.
Mm-hmm.
My mother was Norwegian. My dad was a Scot Irish, and so I mean, superstitions. I've never heard so many superstitions until I got on your show. Quite frankly. So I've been kind of going through my life sort of like, everything's cool. There's no superstition. Except
Yeah.
I do remember in the past, some person told me if I put my purse on the bed, that was bad luck.
No, it's on the floor.
No, I know, you say that, but putting it on the floor, Roger says, don't put your purse on the floor. And I think that's a feng shui thing. That's,
Right. Okay.
That
You
goes
see,
back
with
a
us,
long
it
way.
was if you had new shoes, you mustn't open them on a table.
oh,
You mustn't put them on a table. Brings bad luck. And if you
That's
bought
a
new
lot of work.
in our house, and I heard this so many times, if I bought a new pair or somebody bought me a new pair of shoes, you couldn't take them out of the box without being wished health to wear. Health to
oh,
wear.
well, that's sweet.
It is not. When you think about it, it's
But
actually
all the
really nice.
Irish things that you're talking about is sweet, like the purse with silver in the purse.
Yeah,
Don't just
silver
give
and
a
purse.
purse
Yeah,
away. Put money in the
put money in.
purse.
I can't.
That's so
If I
sweet.
buy my son a wallet, or if I buy my girls little purses, little be stocking fillers at Christmas, for example, I'll put money in it. I won't give it to them without. I just wanted to say, just to quickly, Lisa Cantow has just said ravens. She was taught were a sign of good luck, not bad.
Okay, but I don't know about ravens. Never
Well,
dealt
ravens
with
is,
them.
is, is off the crow family.
Right,
And
right.
Right.
that's what the Native American tribe named me, the Raven, he who walks in both worlds. So, and that was they call that the messenger.
Right, right, right,
So,
right.
and yeah, did you ever see that feather that the lady painted for me? Amazing artistry. She painted a full raven on a feather, a eagle feather, and they presented it to me. They gave me the name, the Raven, he who walks in both worlds. I'm so blessed with that. I'm now a Native American by.
How about he who drinks coffee on different stages?
Well, he who drinks water goes many times to loo during night. He, he who drinks water a lot wears pathway from bed to bathroom.
Right?
A lot of people are going and never put
Uh,
a Kathy says never put a hat on the bed. There you go. Look at that.
Oh,
Should not
yep.
put new shoes on the table. Vanessa, that's the one. But I said as well. Everybody's laughing. I love this.
Would you
Vanessa says in
explain what a
Spain.
magpie is?
it's not, we don't have it here in the United States, I don't think.
What's that?
A
A
magpie.
magpie.
You guys don't have
I
magpies?
don't think so.
Okay, well over
I
here,
don't know.
the magpies are beautiful. Again, off the crow family, but the magpie is seen in a lot of cultures, but it's huge in the Japanese culture. It's huge. The
Oh,
magpie is also of the blackbird family, which sings. The magpie sings. But if you see one for sorrow, two for joy, three for a girl, four for a boy, five for silver, six for gold, seven for a secret never to be told, eight's a wish, nine's a kiss, 10 is a bird you don't not miss, you must not miss.
so
So when you
Maria,
see
I see
one,
Maria says we do have magpies in the U.S.
well, there you go.
Okay.
Well, I'm
I thought it
thankful.
was like a cow pie, Paul.
A
Honestly,
cow pie?
a cow pie.
A cow
Yeah,
pie?
a cow pat. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
What if you saw a cow pat? It was bad luck. Only if you stand in it.
It's a smelly ordeal. I know that.
I've stepped in
Hey,
cow
I
pies.
grew up on a farm.
I know what that's like too. Mhm.
Trudy says that Australian magpies are very aggressive and they attack people.
Wow.
Donna Alexander says, and she's from Delaware, and she
Okay.
says they have magpies in Delaware. There you go.
Wow.
Picking dandelions will make you wet the bed. I remember that one, Dawn. Yeah. Picking dandelions makes you wet the bed. I heard that one.
Really?
And buttercups. I remember there was something about buttercups and holding them under your chin, and if the gold shined upon your
Right.
chin, you were
I
gonna.
remember that.
That's something about getting money for that. So come on, share these amazing sayings, Roger. Coyotes. Navajo legends indicate that the coyote can be a bad omen. If seen whilst on a journey, they say you should turn back if you see a coyote in a path. Otherwise, a terrible fate may befall you. Now, I'm going to read this one about owls to you, Roger.
Okay.
And Faye, of course, my darling Faye. Known to bring good luck. Uh, known, actually, I'll read it properly. Known to bring luck, good and bad, owls have been written into the oldest folklore. Some African countries believe the owl to be a messenger for shamans to communicate with the spirit world. Never heard that before. And the Zuni tribe legend indicates an owl feather in a baby crib will keep evil spirits away.
Wow.
Oh,
How cool is that?
so cool.
I gotta sleep with an owl feather.
Yeah. I'll make sure of that.
If you go to the local zoo, they'll probably give you one.
Yeah.
No, they'll probably keep me.
Sue Vinicum. Now, this is Sue Vinicum just said, my nan said, always salute a magpie. I was taught that. Even if I see a magpie now, I always salute it.
I just checked with Google, and magpies don't show up in Wisconsin only briefly. So so they're high on the bird watcher list to look for. So that's probably why I've never seen a magpie. I don't
Well,
know.
they're going to be tucked away, especially if it's snowing with you
They're
guys.
hiding. Oh, we have so much snow. It's
Yeah,
too
but I
crazy.
was told that it's been snowing in Maria was saying on her page the other day that it's snowing in California.
Yeah,
I didn't
Yeah.
it's
realize
it's
Californians
crazy.
got snow.
What all across the United States where it's crazy. It's crazy. We're gonna have like 2 feet of snow here. We're
Oh my god!
nuts.
But I love that. I love the cold.
Yeah.
Okay, come on over,
I love it. I love
please.
the cold. I grew up in the north of Ireland, which is cold. It's cold up there because
Yeah,
you're right up north.
right?
So snow and frozen ground is common to me. So I love it. I find it easier to cool down than I do. Sorry, I find it easier to warm up than it is to cool down.
Mhm.
So I'm quite comfortable to cool. Now, a couple of things I want to share with you guys. Number one is Johanna's in the other room looking at houses in America. And she
Really?
wants to buy a house in the States, so she's really
Cool.
And
gone.
that's really funny because we are looking at houses in the country in Somerset, in Truro. We've been looking at a lot of
We
Hey,
don't.
listen, trust me, so are we, and we are in our third year of trying to get a house here,
Yeah.
wow.
and two houses that we actually agreed on and to purchase,
Yeah.
and one. I told you guys only what a month ago.
Yeah.
We're just about to move.
Right.
The house was pulled off the market straight away, just about a week and a half after I told you guys.
How can they do
Um,
that?
he just did it. Just decided he decided the last minute he's not going to sell it and pulled it.
Wow.
After
Wow.
we have it in writing and in deposits, the deposit was paid, the deposit was sent back,
Wow.
everything. It's just a
I'm
nightmare.
sorry. It sounded like a very wonderful house.
Oh, it was going to be a beautiful house. I had
Yeah.
all so many plans, and the studio was planned, and I'd even I'd bought new lighting rigs for the set. Oh,
Wow.
anyway,
Well,
not as everybody says, hey, clearly it wasn't meant to be.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, that's always nice to say, but when you're sitting here thinking, right, we got to go and buy another house now,
Hmm.
it kind of comes back and bites you on the rear. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at. Oh, there's one here for pink dolphins. I've never seen
Wow.
a pink dolphin, but anyway,
Nor have I.
bats in Poland and China. Many see bats as a sign of a happy and long life. There you go. However, in many
Not in
legends,
our house.
many legends tie the bat to witch folklore, saying that the bat can be evil and be evil spirits in disguise. So
That's right.
where do you come from that?
Paul, we had bats in our house,
Yeah.
and
And
we
we
had one in the room, and
right
I
here.
gave Faye spray so she could spray it, and I said, here's a broom, and I shut the door.
We had to have the bats evicted. In Wisconsin, they're
Uh,
protected, so
Well,
the
here they're
traps.
protected. Here you can't
Yeah,
hurt them
they
here.
go outwards and they can't come back in. We had to do that twice.
If you buy a home here in the UK and there's bats in it, they have more rights over the house than you do.
wow, that's crazy.
They have to. You must bring in a professional team,
Yeah,
and you got to pay for that privilege, by
Yep.
the way,
Yeah,
that's what
and
we
have
we
did.
them
had to.
taken out. So, but bats have massive rights over here because of they're an endangered species. How you
Right.
feeling, big guy?
Me?
That'd be
Yeah.
you. How are you feeling with your fingers?
Yes, I'm fine. Let me ask you this. This is for all the viewers.
Sure.
We're talking about birds and whatnot. How do you know when a flock of flamingos moves in next door to you?
Here we go. Go on in.
Oh, I don't want to hear this.
By all the plastic Mexicans on the lawn.
Oh
Oh, God.
no! Oh my gosh!
I
That's
can say that
terrible.
one. I can get away with it.
Not really.
Tanya's
Donna,
bringing the magpie wing.
Donna's saying to me, I need to come to Delaware, but we were looking at houses in, I think it's in the New York State,
Oh,
in the
God,
countryside, New York
buddy.
State.
Not there.
Why?
Because it's too expensive.
Well, it's beautiful there. It's
Come to
Well-
beautiful.
Wisconsin.
Whatever it is, it's not going to be a house that we're going to live there permanently. It'll be somewhere we go
It's
to
a
and
beautiful
stay.
state. New York is a beautiful state.
But
Truly.
I got a lot of people who were sending me messages here saying, "Is it true that you're coming to the States on tour?" Yes, I am.
Cool.
Um, it's now, and I wanted to share this with you guys tonight because Roger's in the house, and we spoke about this many, many, many times. Johanna is dealing with in her business, and this guy um, came on. I won't mention his name just now because he's asked me not to, but he's a movie producer, and
Okay.
he got talking to me, and he's very, very, very much into the subject matter that we do in a big, big, big way. Um,
Cool.
as we were sitting there, his father and brother came through, and I delivered a message, and he ended up sharing tears,
Yep.
and he said, "Right, let's get this tour set up." And
Oh,
I finished off with, "Yes, we're going to do the 10 and 10. That's going to happen.
wonderful.
I've got these guys. We're going to make this happen. You'll be flown from one state to the next state, and you're going to
That's
have private jets, and you're going to have this and that and the other." And I was like,
Wow.
"Whoa, hang on a second. I'm
Wow.
not interested in. I want to see America as well. I want to enjoy the tour, and there's people I want on stage with me, and that's you, Faye. So
Really?
I'll leave.
Roger and I have talked about this for a long time, and it's now hopefully, fingers crossed, it's going to happen. So
Yeah.
it'll be great fun to have Roger and I on the stage together. We'll have a ball.
You will.
I'll
We
just have to
will.
have. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to do a Tom Cruise and wear the shoes that have the higher heel on the inside, so I look taller. So Kathy Little is saying, "Coming to Florida. Don't go to New York," says Maria. Um, I'm drawn to New York. I don't know why, but I am spiritually drawn to New York. And I always said that my son and I would do Route 66 from one end to the other. So we always said that we get on a couple of big Harleys and we would go from New York from coast to coast down Route 66. We always said we would do that.
I think you start in Missouri, maybe. I don't know if it
No,
starts
No,
in New York.
it's-
no,
Does it start
it's New
in
York.
Northeast.
Yeah, it's right up top. The New York, the Route 66
Yep.
starts from
Oh,
New
it
York.
does. Okay.
Um,
Cool.
well, I don't think it's well. The dad in me came out. The adventurer in me goes, "Oh yeah, big Harley." Woo." And then the dad in me came out. Well, what if a truck goes past my son and knocks him off his bike? So I would do it, but and probably in one of those big. We call them mobile homes. You guys call them something else. What are they called? Big
RVs.
RVs. I might do that. Tina says, "Come to Buffalo in New York."
I think Buffalo is where it starts. Maybe.
Minnesota, come to Kelly. Kelly says, come to Minnesota." So everybody's saying, "I need to." Well, we're going to do a show called 10 and 10. So basically, the 10th month of October, we're going to do 10 shows, 10 states. That's just the first one. So,
That's
Paul-
Roger's birthday
Paul,
month.
my birthday is October 10th.
oh my God, 10 and 10 on 10
Yeah.
at 10 o'clock. So if we
Okay.
can get a show in your neck of the woods at 10 p.m. on the 10th of the 10th, that's just going to be an amazing
Wow.
night, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
And we'll start at 10 minutes past 10 on the 10th. On the
Okay.
10th show.
Paul,
Who
who's
knows?
superstitious?
I sure
I-
hope they'll all be up at 10:10. We'll have to go and wake up.
And we're only inviting 10 people.
And the Elms get people. That's
Lisa
awesome.
Cantu says that Route 66 is on my bucket list. Oh yeah, it's been on my bucket list for quite some time. I've watched Billy Connolly do it, and I thought I want to do that. I really, really want to do that. Another big thing that I want to do in the United States is travel in your trains. Your trains are cool.
Oh, yeah.
Our trains
Now
are
you're
horrible.
talking.
The trains especially with the glass roofs.
That's
Right.
a Vista Dome.
I want to do that. Jackie Noon says, "Have a great birthday, Paul. Good night, lovely. Thank you very much, Jackie. If you're going off, sorry you're going off, but thank you for being here tonight. We're not going anywhere yet, but anyway, so we're talking about superstitions tonight and Roger's belief that every animal that walks on the planet brings death with it.
Yeah,
So
pretty much.
every single animal, you
Pretty
know,
much. I always go, what does that mean? What does the coyote mean? Don't let the coyote.
Well, a coyote is, look at, a coyote is bad luck, they say, if it starts to Ooh, you know.
Yeah.
Well, the Native Americans believe that if a coyote crosses your path, it's better to turn back
Yep.
than go ahead. So that's the
It's
coyote.
like a black cat. The same
Doesn't
thing.
doesn't say anything about being bringing evil or death with it. Though. Cows, no crows. Here, well, let's have a look at the crows one here. Just to let you guys all know, it's called Advanced IPM, 13 Animal Superstitions. And I'm going to read the crow one now, which said, oh, weirdly enough, Roger, you ready for this? It's 10th on the list.
10th.
10th, yeah, on the
Oh,
list.
Jesus.
Crows have so many superstitions surrounding them. There is little saying to remember them all. So one's bad, two's luck, three's health, four's wealth, five is sickness, six is death. Oh, I'll do that
Ooh.
again. Are you ready for this, guys?
Yeah.
So crows, there's so many different superstitions surrounding them, but it is believed one is bad, two is luck, three is health, four is wealth, five is sickness, and six is death. So if you see six crows, hmm, okay,
Don't do it.
don't
Don't
do
go
it.
out.
So when
Oh,
what I should have done when we got married, it brought 4 crows with me. And
What?
yeah,
sickness and health.
in sickness and health, yeah. Hey, now listen, there's number 12 here is ants. We were talking about ants a minute ago.
Yep.
Ever seen a line of ants crossing your path? Some say never hop over them. It'll bring you bad luck to you and your family. So if you see
Well,
a
they
line of
say if you
ants,
step on them, that you'll bring rain.
no, don't step on, don't hop over them. Some say never hop over the ants. Walk around them. So it'll bring bad luck to you and your family. Black cats. The superstition of black cats brings bad luck. Is if when most modern day society says bad luck. Unfortunately, this is unfounded, and superstitions lead to black feelings being the least adopted animals in the country.
That's so
I
sad.
see. I was brought up with black cats being lucky,
Money.
and you'd
Money.
say money. So it's
Yeah.
amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep. Now
Not
here's
death.
another
It's
one.
not death. It's
It's
money.
not death. It's not death, Roger. Roger, it's not
No,
death.
I'm not saying it's death. I'm saying it's
I know.
money.
I know. I'm saying not death.
It's not
Okay,
death.
here's
There's
another one
one.
though. When
Okay.
you see the cows laying down,
Yep.
that means that it's going to rain.
Yes, indeed. That was something taught from. Oh my goodness gracious, ladies and gentlemen! If you look at the bottom there, you'll see my darling Colette Toman. At the bottom says "Happy birthday, bro." She's married to my brother. That's my
Oh,
sister-in-law.
sweet.
Oh wow!
That's my
Hi,
sister-in-law
Hello.
right there.
Nice
Hello
to
from
see
Hello,
you.
my
America.
darling Colette.
Hello.
And I'm looking forward to getting back over to Ireland shortly and hanging out with Paddy. She's married to my brother Paddy. I'm the oldest. Paddy's the next to me, and Colette is with my darling brother Paddy, who I love dearly and love Colette as well. They're and Colette's very into the superstition thing as well. Colette's family's into superstitious stuff, so I'd love
Paul,
to hear some of Colette's superstitions.
Uh-oh.
Paul, I'm picking up the name somebody's called Sugar.
Is that to do with the ants again?
I just get the name Sugar, like somebody's nickname, Sugar. It
Sugar.
could be somebody who's on the show or something. I don't know, but I get Sugar.
You gotta
Are you
turn
gonna-
those people off that on the
Well, when he said it, his sister-in-law, I got Sugar right away.
Interesting. See, it's funny you just we need to do another show with our symbols because my symbolism is, I mean, you've probably not seen it over in the States, but Faye will over here. We have a company called Tate and Lyle, and they make sugar. They produce sugar in the UK.
Oh.
Now, Tate and Lyle, if I see that, it means I've got to talk about somebody's sugar-related health. So it's funny you should say
Okay.
that. So, Colette, if when Roger says sugar to you, even though we're not doing readings tonight,
Oh, we weren't?
No,
That's another show.
that's another show.
so Colette, if Roger says sugar to you, what does that mean? Because I'm so glad Colette's come on tonight. Good to see her. So let's go. I want to get the other animal things. Is mice seeing white or brown mouse is good luck, especially in your love life. A grey one, however, is said to bring you bad luck.
Because
How
they
about
carry
that?
disease.
What? A white one and they say a white one or a brown one is good luck. But if you see a grey one, it's bad luck. That's interesting.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Get a cat.
Get a cat, take care of it.
Well,
Especially a
let's
black one.
let's look at the other guys. Rats in the same family.
Eee.
Rats, no, rats are good omens if white, but bad omens if black.
He doesn't
Now,
like rats.
now here's something. Neither do I. I have to be honest with you. And here's something. Now here's the funny thing about this. Before I'll move on to the next one, is it's the tails that throw me for a start. But rats are they, they're, they've got a bad reputation of being really really dirty. In fact, they're not. They're the opposite. They're actually quite clean, which
Huh.
is the weirdest thing about it because they're seen in sewers and this and that, hence the name sewer rat. But as an animal itself, it keeps itself very, very clean. Interesting. Now, here's an American concept. I've not heard of it over here, but an American concept: pigs. Um, I've seen, and even in if you watch the movies about the Apollo missions, they said bring a pig up for good luck.
Huh.
However, pigs are bad omens, according to this particular thing that I'm reading, especially if you meet one immediately after getting married. If you meet one immediately, one you walk down the road, the pig goes, "Hey, how are you?" If a pig jumps up and goes, "Hey, how are you?" I'm going to pass out there and then. But apparently, according to this, pigs are bad omens, especially if you meet one immediately after getting married. Oh my goodness. Squirrels signify happiness that will soon be found. Come
And,
on, give me
and
some
white
feedback.
one, a white one is considered sacred.
A white squirrel.
Yeah, albino squirrel. It's a sacred animal. You do not touch it. You feed it.
There you go. Um, Colette is saying, by the way, Rog, I don't know if you can see this or not, but
Yeah,
Colette is saying sugar is connected with her grandmother.
Okay.
there you go.
Oh,
Another thing she put about the clothing, if you put it on inside out, do not change it back. This is inside out,
Back to
buttoned the
front.
wrong way. Do not change it at all till after 12 o'clock, whether it be noon or midnight.
Oh, well, there you go. Um, I was taught that if you put your t-shirt on and you look down and it's back to front, you don't take it off. You got to take your arms out and turn it around. You can
oh,
turn it as long as it doesn't come off. You can turn it
No,
around.
because if you want a gift or if you want somebody to give you something the next day, you keep it the way it is till 12 o'clock.
so stop it, Paul. Keep it
Yeah.
on.
Oh,
Just deal. Just deal.
a saying is when pigs fly, says Kathy Little. And Kelly Durant says she sees squirrels everywhere. Dawn Haddam says mice and rats, we constantly and spread it with their tails. That's why they have a wee bit of smell. But
Oh,
there, if you go to any pet store, they will tell you that rats and mice tend to keep themselves clean, not necessarily their area, but
right.
themselves clean. So come on, let's think. I'm trying to think of Scottish sayings. I'm trying to think of some Scottish sayings here. And there's a bucket of Irish ones. I mean, everything in Ireland is there's bad luck and good luck connected to it. I mean, look at the little Irish people,
Paul,
leprechauns.
you're Catholic, right, Paul?
Yeah, well, I'm a
Well,
recovering Catholic.
Christian Catholic, whatever.
He said recovering.
Oh, okay.
Recovering Catholic.
Well, anyway, I wanted to say that anytime you see the clock at whatever time it is, hour wise, as long as it has the 11, like 12, 11, 10, 11,
Yeah.
make the sign of the cross. If it's 11, 11, make the sign of the cross and make a wish.
Right. Okay. I'll remember that one. Um, I remember as a child being in the fields, and now you got to remember. No, you can't remember. I haven't told you yet. But when I was a kid, our family wasn't, shall we say, massively financially viable. Even though we had big farms and stuff, we kind of, you lived off the farm, and it was way back. And in the 50s and 60s and 70s, but I would be out working with my grandparents in the farm, and we'd do a lot of stuff by hand. But at certain times of the day, I think it was 11 a.m. and I think 4 p.m. and 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So 11 in the morning, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 4 p.m. You would hear the bell ring at the church,
Mhm.
and they would stop, and you'd see everybody in the fields all
Right.
stop, cross themselves, and pray. Um, you know, I find that comforting. I find that very, very comforting. And here at night, some nights I'll walk out of the house. I always take my dog, little Holly, for a walk last thing at night. Just before we go to bed, we go out for a walk, and I it's just my opportunity to get out and do some stargazing. But some nights I'll go out and I'll hear in the distance a bell, and then you can just hear a church bell, and it takes me back to those moments in
Sure.
the field, and it is something that was just I felt all warm,
Yeah.
you know. Right, listen, here's one from our Colette. Colette says, let's see if I can just click on that. It'll bring it up on the screen. There you go. It's hiding my darling Faye for 2 seconds, but hang on.
It's okay.
An Irish tale: if you meet a genuine chimney sweep on the day of your wedding, you're going to have a long and happy marriage.
Wow.
I've heard there's a lot of luck around chimney sweeps, actually. I've heard about that. So if you meet a chimney sweep, a genuine chimney sweep on your wedding day, you're going to have a long and happy marriage.
Cool.
How about that? Let's have a look. Lena's talking about leprechauns again. Of course, the leprechaun or the little people. Do you know what I
Now,
would like to
Paul,
say? Nobody, I've never met an Irish person ever says top of the morning. By the way, never.
Oh.
you mentioned about bells.
Yeah.
They say when you hear a bell ring, it means that an angel will receive their wings.
Oh, that's that movie, The Wonderful Life.
Right, but
Every
that's
time a
it's
bell
said
rings,
way
the
back.
angels get his. I
Right.
love that. I love this. It's 12 noon and 6 p.m. to say the Angelus. Colette's putting me right. There you go. Colette being a good Irish Catholic girl. No, it's 12 o'clock noon and 6 p.m. to say the Angelus, which sounds
Okay.
very Spanish, doesn't it? Angelus? Or is it Latin? Would you say
We
that's
would
Latin?
we would put an H in there. Angeles.
Angelus. Why would you put an H in there when it's not needed?
Because that's the way you talk.
I'm joking,
You
Roger.
threw me at that one.
See what it's like every day.
Well, the English are the dumbest. I mean, who puts a PH in front of the word phone?
Yeah.
The Irish spell it properly, Phone.
Really?
Yeah, the Irish spelled it Phone.
Wow.
The English went, oh, we're not doing that. We're going to put a PH in there. Oh. Uh, my ex was Irish, and he always claimed that he had a curse on the wee little people. I never knew that until you got married. So that's where he's your ex, because he was cursed by the little people. Okay. Apparently, if you catch a leprechaun by the toe, you can claim wishes from the leprechaun. So how about that?
Well, another thing too that I don't mean to take away from the show or nothing, but this is like on the other side. A lot of people have asked me, why do you call your company or your show Latino Psychic Visions?
Why do you?
And I said, because duh, I'm a Latino. Two, I'm a psychic. And three, I get visions.
Yeah.
So I put it all together, Latino Psychic Visions.
I
And there
like
you
the name of
go.
your show, but I could take the Mickey. By the way, Colette is putting me straight here. Angelus is Latin.
Hmm.
But I
What's the
could take the
Mickey?
Mickey.
Let's
Latino psychic visions. It's only you only see the psychic visions in Latino.
Yeah, you're right, because I've been asked that too.
Right?
They said, well, only Mexican people are going to. And I said, no. It means that I can go English or Spanish.
Well,
Now I find
I
see,
can even do a
there's a
Scot if you like to. I can do the Scotlands.
no, you can't. Anyway, so going back to Latino. See Latino word, but you see that tells me Latin. Where'd that come from? Latino, Latin.
because
We're
Latin,
Latinos.
I
I
suppose
know
it's
you're
Latin.
Latinos. Well,
It's all Latin
so
based.
Latin was came from
From the
Rome.
Bible, no?
No. Well, so Latin comes from, I suppose, Italy, right? And they speak
Latin is
Latin.
Latin a little.
and
I
so
love it. I love
Spanish is
it.
a little bit,
Spanish.
and then the Spanish, but they're all sort of related in language.
Yeah, because I'm Portugal and Spanish.
It's all related.
So
It's
who
not-
came up with the word
It's
chicken?
not Germanic, it's Latin.
It's what, Paul?
Who came up with the word chicken? Let's call that a chicken.
Chicken?
Yeah.
Okay, go to Pollo. Pollo.
Pollo,
No,
that's
no, my
chicken.
point here is right. Okay, somebody had to say one day we'll call that animal a chicken. Why? Where did that come from?
I don't know, Paul.
Why not call it
Well,
a noonie? You know,
Let me, I'm gonna Google that.
even in the 50s, they would call a girl a chick.
Oh,
that's right.
please.
They still do. Let's go back to the animals. Goats, for an example. Goats are a sign of good luck. I've heard that many, many times. Goats are a sign of good luck.
And I thought
Um,
they were bad.
that's
Oh, boy.
funny. If a hare crosses your path, apparently that's going to be bad luck. A hare. Let's
That's a
have a look at
rabbit.
one of the most beautiful little creatures that you will see in and around your house: hedgehogs. Hedgehogs are symbolic of good fortune, especially if you meet one going in the opposite direction.
We don't
Once
have those,
again,
huh?
the hedgehog jumps up and goes, "Hi." Hedgehogs are symbolic of good fortune. There we go. I'm just gonna enjoy that just for the very because I get them coming into my garden quite a lot.
Well, that's so cute. I think.
Dogs are not really a sign of bad luck. Dogs are not really a sign of bad luck unless you walk past one and it howls at the moon, Roger.
An owl?
No, dog.
Dogs, and I'll
Dogs.
read it again.
DOG.
Dogs are not really a sign of bad luck unless you walk past one and it howls at the moon.
And they do start howling no matter what time of the day
So,
it
and
is.
in comes Roger with his, that's a sign of death.
It is.
No, well, it's like I can't win for
No.
losing.
Oh, you're gonna love it.
Coyotes are not a good. It's not good to hear a coyote howl either,
No,
right?
Right?
especially if he's running after you.
Yeah. And what about the cuckoo? Do you guys have the cuckoos in America?
Well, I've been called differently, but
Only Roger's a cuckoo, but
See,
He's completely.
thank
If you
you.
hear a cuckoo, it foretells good luck, especially if you hear it in the right ear.
okay.
Cuckoo. Whoop, whoop. If you hear a cuckoo, it foretells good luck, especially
Wow.
if it's heard in the right ear. I'm very conscious of the time, guys, because we have a show coming on right after
Right,
this. But anyway, doves are a happy omen for specifically
right.
for those who are about to wed, and that's why they release doves.
I like what your sister-in-law wrote
What has she written? I was just reading there.
on the eve of Souls Day. She's got to be Latina.
She's a good Irish girl. On the eve of All Souls, I'll bring it up again. I'm going to have to hide our lovely Faye for 2 seconds. On the eve of All Souls Day, Faye's going like this. On the eve of All Souls Day, 2nd November, you should be in bed before midnight, or it will bring you a year of bad luck. There you go.
Because that's considered the Dia de los Muertos,
Yeah.
the Day of
You,
the Dead.
now, in our house, I don't know if Colette. I can't remember if Colette ever met my grandparents. I don't think she did. She was definitely around when my grandparents were alive, but my grandparents would set the table on an All Souls night. They would have everything out, all the breads, the jams, the milks, the tea. It was never coffee back then. And they would set the table and go to bed and
To honor the spirits, yes.
leave the spirits because they would say that. Now, when you're telling a 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old, oh yeah, all the spirits are going to come back tonight. Go to bed. I'm not too sure that actually registered with them.
Right.
What? Excuse me? All the ghosts are coming tonight, and you want me to go to bed? Are you out of your mind?
Oh, Lord.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
Colette has. She does remember my grandparents. Um, but that actually happened. Now back in what we call the Colette will know what I'm talking about here. It'll not mean anything to anybody else, but we have what's called Eden Dairy and the original Eden Dairy. Our house in Ireland was called Eden Dairy, and the original farmhouse was 350 years old. It had gas. It had only gas lighting. It didn't have any electricity.
Wow.
You had to go to the loo outside. It wasn't any inside. They had chamber pots, so it was all traditional old Irish. And that's the house that they wanted me to go to bed in the dark back room on All Souls night. Oh yeah, thanks, Grandad. Thanks
Yeah.
very much. But that was one of the rooms where I had a vision. I had an actual vision. I never shared this with you, Roger. I remember waking up. Now I'm about 7, 8 years old, and I looked over, and I can remember my thoughts. And I looked over, and a flame started going up the wall, and right across the top of the window in it up, and the flame turned left and went across the top of the window. And I remember my thoughts. I remember thinking, that's not good.
Hello.
And then, of
Yes.
course, when you're 7 or 8 years old and you start screaming, okay, and I did. My grandparents were in the next room. My grandfather came running in, and it just went poof, gone. And it just went, so I said to him, the flame is going up the wall and along there. And I pointed, and he's going, son, it's not hot. It's not there. You were having a
Oh,
dream. I'm saying, I'm telling you, it was there. I saw it. And he goes, no, 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 no. You were dreaming. Don't worry. Don't worry. You were just dreaming. And off I went back to sleep. 2 weeks later, a fire started in the block of flats where my uncle lived. It went up the right hand side of the flats and right across the rooftops, exactly how I had seen it in
Wow.
the bedroom.
wow.
Exactly how I'd seen it,
So
and that happened.
that was your, so that stayed with you. Did
Oh,
did your
never left me.
grandparent, did your grandfather?
I mean, it was my grandmother
Oh,
who I don't know if I told you the story about when I people ask me when was it first you started, with your
mhm.
psychic ability and so on and so forth. I keep saying to them, like, you got to understand, I didn't have a psychic ability because it didn't exist. I didn't know what the heck a psychic ability was, but I knew that man was sitting in that chair and he was talking to me. And my grandmother said it couldn't be because he died 20 years before you were born. Guys, we have 2 minutes
Wow.
left of the show, and I have a show coming on. There's people coming to take a show right after this, so I've got to
Okay.
cut it short. We have to tell you what, I'm bringing you on for the full 2 hours next week. How's
Oh,
that
Okay.
sound?
next week? Wow. Okay.
If we can. But I have to say, a wonderful, please, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. And if you're wherever you are in the world, big round of applause, my dear guests, Roger and Faye. They are fantastic people. Make sure you watch them on Saturday morning if you're in the US, and Saturday afternoon here in the UK. For This Mug's for You, and of course the following Wednesday for Latino Psychic Visions. Roger is one of the very few people on this planet I will say go and get a reading from, um,
Thank you,
and
buddy.
and I will always support that. And I will be back with you guys on Monday for Reach Across. Roger, do you know what? It's about time you came in and done some readings with me. So let's invite you on
Wow.
Monday night. Okay,
What?
let's do
Wow.
that. But I have
That's
to
cool.
call it a day now because we're literally out of
Okay.
time.
Okay.
I'm going to wish you all the very, very best. Roger and Faith, thank you from the bottom
Thank
of
Good
you,
my
luck.
Paul.
heart.
Happy birthday,
This was
buddy.
fun.
Thank you. I appreciate that so very, very much. I'll see you guys at the weekend. I'm going to stick my head in through the door on Saturday afternoon, even
Okay.
though I'm going to be surrounded by family. But
Okay.
between now and then, good night.
Good
God
night.
bless you all. Thank you
Bless
for
you.
being here.
Mwah.
And
Bye, everyone.
bye bye all. And I will
Adios.
see you. I'll see you all very, very soon. Good night. God
Okay.
bless.
Bye.